Hey, today's Wednesday, March the 31st, and I'm going to take a little walk around and just show you some things I've been doing. I just didn't feel like I had time to film it all and put it up. I'd been so busy doing videos, I wouldn't been able to work. But we'll take a little walk out here. And Sunday a week ago, me and Violet, we took a weekend vacation, and I took 4 of my 22 rifles and 2 22 pistols. Here's the Remington Nylon 66 I bought from old high school buddy. And last week, I thought, I've got to clean them guns. And they all needed cleaning, but that one there, I think Kerry told me his daddy bought him that 22 when he was 8 years old, and Kerry's 65 now. Tell you what, that was the dirtiest gun. Made me think about the scripture where Jesus talked about how people, he likened them unto a cup. The outside's all clean, but the inside's filthy. That 20. One thing, the Merck solar people, they finally, and I can see the pollen all over those panels. I'm talking about the pollen has been horrible. They finally got solar panels put up, and to run our house, I think they said there was 52 solar panels. They did a real good job, except I found a spot where they had drilled 16 holes in my metal roof there, but I got with some of their guys, and I feel sure it's not going to leak now. They all make mistakes. The other thing, I went around, mowed the grass, and been trimming brushes. I trimmed this lemon tree all up. Now the orange tree made it fine through the winter, but there was a bunch of stuff there that it was dead and needed trimming. I trimmed that out. And then there for a few days, I got on a spree going around and killing ants. Now there's some newer beds there. I've got to kill them. But I went around, I found big old piles of ant beds everywhere. Oh, and there's the Merck solar switch. The only thing left now, we had the county inspection. The Merck's done everything they're gonna do. They just said that Gulf Power's gotta come and switch it over. So the solar panels will not only be meeting our need, but they'll be sending power to the grid, which I'm sure they'll be selling. But I did find out to those people, and found out if there's an all grid down scenario, we're not gonna have power. What we'd have to do is get with an electrician, and they would we'd have to pay somebody to install a battery bank powered system. And also I researched and found out that Generac, they sell a solar powered generator. So we would either have to get a solar powered generator or pay somebody to put in a power pack. First thing I'm gonna do is let these sheep up in the front panel, the chisel plow, and work good And I've got a bunch of fertilizer ordered, 1,200 pounds of potash, and I put out 650 pounds of nitrogen yesterday in the yard, that front pasture, and all down through here. So I put the nitrogen out up the hill, and my plan is either later on this week, Friday and Saturday or something, everything down the hill, I'm gonna dist it twice, color pack it, spread the Tipton 9 Behair seed down there, and then color pack it again. And I'm gonna excuse me, too much pollen in there. And I'm gonna close off down the hill. I wanted to get a jump on the grass up here and get it coming up, and then I'm gonna start selling a bunch of these sheep in the next week. I've got too many mouths. I'm gonna try to sustain them up the hill here. That seed can get a good stand down there. In here, y'all witness a stampede. I had shut them off. I got my little redneck gate here. And hopefully I won't get stampeded. See if I can get it open. All right, there goes Bear and Boss Man. And I'm getting another puppy. That's my two main rams there. Well, that's the main one. Let's see, they'll start coming all through here. But I got way too many mouths to feed. Y'all all right? Come on. There they go. I noticed these hedges here have been growing over in the gully. They must be poisonous because the sheep don't eat on it, which I'm glad. To just a little bit of peanut hay, and that worked really good. The guy gave me the idea where I put out like 2 round bales, like 5 days. They would eat what they were going to eat, demolish it, and then about 1/3 of it they would pee and poop on it and they wouldn't eat it. So I put it on the compost pile. But the guy was telling me I just started peeling off layers, and that really worked. I think by doing that, I was feeding them on the peanut hay, just giving them a daily amount, and it would last like 6 weeks, 1 roll. So that was a big improvement. All right, well, I'm gonna head over here and feed the chickens and give the sheep their morning allotment of peanut hay, what's left, and that'll give me some room for storage. One thing I was going to tell you also, I learned about 5 weeks ago. A guy was telling me he heard about it, and I researched it on YouTube, is controlling parasites in the animals was taking liquid soap and adding it to their water source. And they said you should add about 1 ounce per gallon of water. And I think it's really working. So I add water to the automatic feeder there. And then I've got a place out front that I add some liquid soap to their water. And this old rooster, he's got, where every time I come out here, he He jumps up on that post right there. He's a mess. Now, the chicken's almost killed at one little tree right there. Citrus tree, and I took some of this wiring with one T-post put around it. Now they don't mess with that one at all, so it's doing good. And then I've been working back here, putting kills all on these weeds here. I don't know what they're called, but the chickens don't eat it. And then I started digging some of it up. I'm telling you, it was a mess. And that's a blood red, what is that called? Oh, grapefruit. It's a blood red grapefruit tree. Planted that, it's doing good. They were messing with that, so I put a cage around there. And I put a cage around this. Actually, I dug this out of 5 citrus trees I planted on the other side of the swamp. This was the only one that made it. I had planted them 2 years ago. And it says it's a clementine. I think it's an orange. But it was struggling, the only one made it. And the guy told me that citrus trees do not like their root system to be wet. So I took his advice, moved it up the hill. And then this nectarine tree is doing good. The chickens started digging some around the base, and I put up those 2 bricks down there. But it seems to be doing all right. Alrighty, so I need to feed these rascals. There's one hen on the nest. Got 1 egg there. Had the idea of I put that egg crate with some straw in there, and I thought maybe they would lay some eggs in there, and I'd just let them sit on it and hatch out some biddies. But they never did so far. That was like a week ago I did that. Let me feed these rascals here, and then we'll take care of the sheep. This is where I had the 3 rolls of peanut hay, and I'll probably give them the rest of this today, and then this area be open. And actually my daughter lives right over there. She's giving me a little female puppy, and it's half Anatolian Shepherd and half, well, part mixed Great White Pyrenees. So I'll probably set up a pen down in here for her, and get her through the first month or 2 until she gets up bigger. Because sheep, they'll give her a fit. But once I do that, I'm gonna open up, let the sheep come in here and graze down this area here, and then I'm gonna dist and reseed this area in here, because it's not too good. That's pretty much it. I know yesterday I took the tractor and started mixing up that compost pile some. So often to get it mixed around. I added some dirt to it. And last year I made a little watermelon patch right in here, and I'm telling you, I made the watermelon. I bet you I put in $1 worth of seed, and I'll take that compost right there and mix it in here and disc it down probably, and I got to get some more cattle panels or hog panels and fence that area off. And then the rain coming off that barn, I bet you I made $350 worth of watermelons. I ate watermelons. I love watermelons. Alrighty, that kind of catches you up to date, and I'm just gonna get in that tractor and I'll take that peanut hay and I'll put it over in the bucket and go out here and give it these sheep, and then I'm gonna get with it. We're like Friday and Saturday down the hill beyond that fence. I'm gonna go to disc tar out of it, and I need to clean up down along that swamp area there, and some roots and sticks and different things that it's not gonna clog up the disc, and get all that seeded. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna close. Bye-bye. Alright, I'm getting ready to, I've already given the sheep one little bucket load of peanut hay. You can see some of my fruit trees blooming out. Spring is here. Last year I planted a couple pecan trees, one there and there. We'll get this peanut hay out to them. But I saw I got enough for one more day of peanut hay, and that'll be it. They love this peanut hay. So they got today and tomorrow, and the peanut sale is over with. I mean, it's like crack cocaine to them. Show you the sheep. They say this peanut hay is really high in protein, and I'm talking about they love it. And I just give them enough, a daily dose of it. A little sheep there. What is it? What are you doing? Say hello. This pollen is horrible. But they probably, I'm thinking peanut hay is only grown in the south. But if you know anybody that has any, off a little bit, a daily dose for them, it'll last a long, long time. And they just love it. Alrighty, so I'm going to put this up, and I'll be heading down the hill to clean up those roots and sticks and all that. And I'll get this posted up on YouTube, and then later on today we're going to do a Bible study.